Welcome back, everybody, to Minor League Esports presented by APM Music. It's time for some Academy League action with the Tyrants. My name is Grant, CFO, and alongside me, joining me in the booth once again is DV. How are you doing this time around?
I'm still doing fantastic. Still recovering a little bit from that PL match we witnessed earlier. But right now we got some great Rocket League action for you. It will be an Academy League match between the Pandas and the Tyrants. Should be some great action there.
Absolutely, man. That last match took my breath away. I'm still recovering. Like, my heart's still beating incredibly fast. It needs to chill out a little bit. But hey, Academy League has always got me excited. Even though we just came off of the highest league, Academy League is fun to watch because it's unpredictable. You've got these players that are in the mid-range of Diamond to Champ, and they're not the most consistent all around. And it is very hard to predict. You look at stats on paper, and it's kind of a toss-up. In Foundation League, the league below this, it really is a toss-up. But Academy League, it is still a toss-up. And man, I can't wait to see what we've got going. It looks like if we check on to the field for Pandas, I know we have Dante, Burns, and Bearhawk. And then for the Tyrants, we have Dadia and Venny. So some strong players on the field ready to go, but you got anything else you can tell us about these teams?
Well, it looks like the Tyrants are running out their best lineup. Dadia sitting at a 12.5 salary, Venny sitting at a 12 salary. Meanwhile, the Pandas coming in with a 10.5 salary, Dante Burns 10, and Bearhawk 02, who is an 11 salary. So on paper, the Tyrants would be favored here, but like you mentioned, Academy League is just so unpredictable. You never can really know what's going to happen. The Tyrants coming into this match sitting at 25 and 20, whereas the Pandas are coming in at 20 and 25. So fairly evenly matched there. Not too much of a discrepancy in terms of record. So it should be a fun match to watch.
Yeah, absolutely a fun match to watch indeed. But here we go. Game number one between the Pandas and the Tyrants. Dante, Burns, and Dadia meeting each other for the kickoff. Venny waiting in the corner, ready to dribble this one out. They're going to take it over the top of Bearhawk, but a whiff will come out. Almost got the touch over the top of Dante this time around, but that's a great demo from Dadia to open up the defense a little bit and get some new pressure rolling. This one off the lip, but Panda's getting physical early, even on defense here. Venny tries to pinch this one out to the midfield. Dadia making up for it, sending it a little bit to the far side. Bearhawk taking it around the left wall, demoed for their efforts there. Both teams kind of adapting and adopting a physical play style.
That seems indeed. We already see some demos coming out. As a shot comes out from Dadia, can't quite find the back of the net. Now Dante Burns trying to carry it to the other side, gets it past Venny. Bearhawk taking it into the corner, looking for a potential shot opportunity. Oh, a dunk coming from Dante Burns over Dadia. What happened here, Grant?
Well, Dadia finding themselves pushed up a bit too far on the near post. Dante comes in, dunks it out to the outside pocket, and just turns one in. Simple as that. But man, that's just a great read from Dante as Bearhawk waits back in the backfield for the Pandas, trying to get it past Venny. Unfortunate touch to send it under their car, but the pass is out to Dante. Venny trying to read this one, but Dante plays it patiently. That is a difference maker that I've noticed in these kind of lower level leagues, is if you can stay grounded before you make a decision and play it out smart, wait a little bit longer, you're gonna have an extra edge on your opponents. Dadia clears this one out. It's gonna run into a clear from Dante as Venny up for that one. That's a read from Dante, strong, but wide to the right side. Bearhawk up for it, powered away by Dadia.
A beautiful save there from Dadia, almost an incredible shot from Bearhawk. We see Dante Burns sending it into the Tyrants half. Now trying to get it over to Bearhawk, but Venny with a nice clear. Venny now taking it downfield. Bearhawk sends it away. Dadia right underneath it, pops it in the air. Everybody's just kind of waiting. Bearhawk going to take it for himself. Maybe a shot, but Dadia sends it away.
Yeah, Dadia was quick to leave possession for the Tyrants, but doesn't even matter. They were able to wait it out and take it straight up the pipe and plant one in the center.
Oh, a beautiful flick from Dadia to beat the first defender. Bearhawk just in desperation mode tries to get to it and can't get back in time. Dadia with a nice shot to even this game at 1-1.
Dante and Didia will find themselves on the face-off. Venny missing the clear. It's a little dangerous, but Didia able to circle back around, but not for long. Bearhawk with a shot on target. Venny couldn't quite get up on a wide angle to block this shot.
No, he could not. Venny couldn't get back in time. He was just too committed on the kickoff. Not a lot you can do there, just an awkward situation. Bearhawk with a nice goal there and gives the Pandas a 2-1 lead.
Once again, Didia and Dante on the kickoff. Venny plays it over the left side, met by Bearhawk, taking this one up high. Pass out to Dante, tries to put it up again, but Didia shuts it down, plays it to the right side. Bearhawk tripped up in net though. Venny waiting in the midfield, pass doesn't get over the top of the defender. Dante now waiting to receive this shot, but it's not going to come in from Venny. Bearhawk playing it back out. A bit of an unusual situation for Tyrants to be a part of. Didia and Venny double committing on this one. Venny pushed out a little too soon. Didia gets a nice clear, beating out Bearhawk and baiting them in to go the full length there. Pass over to the left side for Venny. It's kind of intercepted by Dante and now cleared away by Bearhawk. Both these teams just kind of trading possession, but Tyrants have put a lot of pressure on.
Yeah, and they continue to, as a potential shot there from Venny doesn't quite go. Dante clearing it away. Didia trying to challenge him at midfield, but Dante gets it past him. Now looking to get it by the last defender, but Venny saves it. Now carrying it into the Pandas half. Bearhawk shadowing on defense. Looking to clear it, doesn't quite get it, but Dante will send it away. Didia right there to catch it. Gonna take it slow, but an unfortunate 50. Dante, oh my goodness, what a save from Venny, just flying in at the last possible minute to deny the breakaway goal.
I was ready to tell you what went wrong there, but it doesn't matter. Venny came out with a clutch save, keeping the Tyrants alive and keeping the gap close. Dante receiving this one from the corner. Bearhawk gonna get the 50 out in favor of the Pandas, but Didia sends it back in, clear away by Dante. It's a nice doink to the corner. Venny meets it there. Bearhawk circling back around, gets the clear out once again. Flip into this one. Didia puts it over the top of one. Pandas, they've got some nice defensive rotation, but it's just a matter of transitioning onto offense. Bearhawk keeping yet another shot out from the Tyrants. Bearhawk plays one downfield. Didia gonna receive it. Tripped up is Bearhawk and Venny. It's kind of a 1v1. It's beaten out. That's a great shot. Dante can't find the clear. What a long bomber from Didia.
A beautiful shot from Didia here. Just gently rolls it up the wall, baits Bearhawk into challenging, gets it past him, and Dante just not in a position to save it. What a shot from Didia to tie this game at 2-2 with less than a minute to play.
Certainly. With 47 seconds left on the clock, Didia, great banger up to the air. We'll see if they can get a second touch. They do, out to Venny, but they've committed. Dante meeting them on the 50. Could be dangerous. It is an open net for the Tyrants. Bearhawk couldn't find an angle for the Pandas as Dante tried to push back around once again, but Didia too quick to this one. We're seeing Didia be kind of a very strong player to put this shot back in on offense. Venny trying to get a pinch clear off the wall, but Dante fires a strong one in past the defender. Tyrants will lose the lead.
A laser coming from Dante. Bearhawk with a nice pass to Dante. Just gets it by the last defender, Didia, and manages to give the Pandas a late lead here.
Pandas, they've got 15 seconds to hang on to this one, but Didia is quickly circling back around, tried to pop it over Bearhawk, but no contact met with the ball. Ball now out to Dante, who carries this one up high, trying to burn time off Bearhawk. Great clear up. It's going to look unlikely for the Tyrants to tie this one, but that's a great clear. It's going to meet the corner of the ceiling and unfortunately die for the Tyrants. Pandas take game one.
The Pandas do take game one, and this, again, like we saw in the last series, if you were there with us for that one, of just a back and forth game between both of these teams. The Pandas with 7 shots, the Tyrants with 6. You know, not too much discrepancy in terms of the pressure. The Pandas just squeak away with it, but I think we're in store for an exciting series.
Yeah, for sure. We only saw a 1-goal differential in this first game, keeping the series close. And man, Tyrants, they're not far behind. 6 shots versus 7 from the Pandas. There's not a long way to go. It's just Bearhawk got that extra goal, and Venny wasn't able to match him on the bottom of the scoreboard. And man, that could have been a lot closer of a series, but it's pretty darn even. Dante picking up a savior medal along the way. But like you said, exciting series ahead of us. I am just looking forward to the rest of what we got tonight.
The one thing I might point out, if I'm a member of the Tyrants, is that the Pandas scored 3 goals in this game, and every single one of them had an assist. The Tyrants scored 2 goals in this game. They did not have a single assist, so the passing might be a big factor if the Tyrants are going to come back and take some games in this series.
Yeah, I like to talk a lot about creating opportunities in the midfield. If you can find an infield pass, it's so much harder to defend. It is one of the hardest passes to defend out of the 3 kind of basics that you have. You can pass it around the corner, you can pass it off the back wall, or if you can pass it infield, and it's kind of rare to see at Academy League level. But if you can pull it off, which I have seen it plenty of times before, you're gonna have a great advantage over your opponent. But Venny and Bearhawk missing contact on this one. Dadia gonna have to play it away, but Dante misses the pinch clear. Dadia also missing contact once again. It's a ball for the Pandas, rolling it downfield off the corner to Venny, who's backflipped and no contact made. Dante almost got served up with a nice one, but Venny coming in clutch for their teammate Dadia. But that's a great carry across the field, and Pandas surviving here against the shots from Tyrants.
We saw a lot of shots come on the Tyrants net. Now we're seeing a lot of shots come off on the Pandas net. Just a back and forth, like I've been saying. A missed shot there from Dadia. Shot on net there, but Bearhawk's there to save it. Now carrying it, gets it past Venny. Can he get it into the net? Dadia's there on defense. Oh, what a save from Dadia. Clears it into the corner. Now looking for it in the air. Dante. Dadia gets it past him. Venny with the shot downfield. Looking to pass it. Maybe a demo coming from Bearhawk, but Dadia's there for the wide open net to give the Tyrants their first lead of this game.
Well, all right then, Venny actually getting demoed there, but Bearhawk will result in a miss on the ball instead. And that's going to let the Tyrants push forward to a 1-0 lead as Pandas try to find an equalizer.
That they are. Venny almost used himself as a human shield on that one, taking the demo to force the miss from the defender. But now we see Dante Burns looking for it off the wall, decides not to go for it. Nobody decides to go for it. Bearhawk says, okay, fine, I'll take it. He hits it into the corner. Dante with a potential shot, gets it past the defense off the back wall. Bearhawk looking to challenge, gets it by Venny. Dadia clears it away. Looking in the air. Bearhawk waiting is Venny. Pops it in the air over towards Dadia. Now Dante Burns in the air to shoot for it. Dadia with a banger downfield. A little high, and he capitalizes. Puts it home to give the Tyrants a 2-0 lead.
I thought Venny had the pre-jump read off the backboard, but doesn't even matter. Don't even need it. Dadia with the cleanup. Bearhawk not able to get to that one quick enough. Tyrants find themselves in a 2-0 lead.
Tyrants with an early lead here. The Pandas need to see if they can battle back. A beautiful clear there from Dante, but just saved away by, I believe that was Venny. Now Bearhawk hitting it into the Tyrants half. Cleared away. Dadia misses it there. Gets it midfield toward Venny. Venny not without a shot opportunity. Bearhawk going to clear it away toward the Tyrants half. And the defense resets. Oh, Venny clears it away from the goal. Just barely manages to keep that one out of their own net.
Well, Dadia finding the Tyrants on the back foot here, trying to clear this one away. Bearhawk with a miss. Dante making up for it. Quick up, though, is Venny playing it back out to the mid-lines, where Bearhawk will throw it back up to the corner. Pinch with Dadia, keeps it on the sides of Tyrants. They've just got shot after shot rolling in. Dadia once again putting the same clear out to the corner. They've either got to get more powerful with these clears, because here's another one. There we go. Venny gets the powerful clear and almost got the second touch. Trying to be real mechanical. They get physical as well. But man, they had to get that ball out quick. They just kept playing it back into the same corner over and over and over again. But finally, Venny gets it out, and they get it out once again from the attack on Pandas. Dadia's got a long way to travel, though, if they want to make up for this one. But Dante Finds himself on the ground. Bearhawk with a clear. It's a pass to Dante. Veni, no contact. This one's popped up for Bearhawk, who's got space to work with. Dante could have gone for a bump there to put that one in, but unfortunately, they're just going to try to take it on their own here. 50 away by Didio, who's got a fake. Oh my gosh, calculated or not, that was filthy.
Whether it was a fake or whether it was a miss, it doesn't matter. It has the same effect. Bearhawk flying by the ball, expecting Didia to hit that, and Didia's just left with quite possibly the easiest goal of his life.
That was just nasty. Like I said, regardless of if it was intentional, that was just, that was nice to watch. I enjoyed that thoroughly, but man, 3 goals now for the Tyrants. That's a hat trick for Didia, looking to make it 4 off the wall here. Great flipping action over there, but Bearhawk gets a flip of their own to save this one out. Great power shot. Veni, no contact in the air. Bearhawk carrying it low on the ground, swipes it over to Dante, but Didia will put this one up, leave it for Veni, finding the redirect. It's not quite on target. Bearhawk will now have a chance to clear this one out to the midfield, but Didia waits along the back wall, clearing it way outfield, maybe for Veni, but no, they're going to take it on their own here. Little bit of contact. Dante playing it back in. Veni playing it back out. We're stuck in the same corner again, but luckily a pinch comes through for the Tyrants, allowing them to hold on to this lead even longer. And with 35 seconds remaining on the clock, we could see the Tyrants closing in on another goal here. They do indeed do so. I think that's the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, you never know what can happen, but it seems unlikely that the Pandas are going to manage 4 goals in 31 seconds here. Quite the turnaround coming off of game 1, losing in such a close fashion, to come out and come up so early, so far ahead so early, up 4-0 for the Tyrants. It's got to be a big motivator for them moving forward.
Yeah, and a big demotivator for the Pandas, at least in this game. Hopefully not for the rest of the series. Bearhawk was just trying to get physical, trying to do something. And it's something that, I experienced too. I get it. I relate to him entirely. You lose so bad. You're just trying everything. You try to go get a couple demos. You're just trying to take out your frustrations. Then you miss contact. That's a tilt. You got to be so careful, so cautious and weary about it, because it can really affect the way you play for the rest of the series. But Tyrants will pull out with a victory here.
They will indeed. And I mentioned last game about passing. I think the big thing to note in this game is shots, because if you actually look, if you were watching the game, it didn't really seem like either team had it in the other team's half, had really much of an advantage in that category. But the Tyrants took 8 shots in this game. The Pandas only took 2. So it's not a matter of just applying pressure. It's a matter of using that pressure to get shot opportunities on net, and the Pandas couldn't manage to do that this game.
No, absolutely not. Both players obviously scoreless, but pretty empty across the scoreboard. Veni, they put at least something on the board. They got a goal, they got an assist as well, but Pandas just struggling to work together, finding that chemistry. They're just a little bit shaky in game 2. Hopefully it doesn't continue down for the rest of the series. They've still got 3 more games to play and 2 more to defend against if they want to avoid a 3-1 or just losing the series in general.
And something random I noticed during the game that viewers may have as well. I'm not sure if it actually made a difference in the results or not, but Veni in game 1 was playing in the Merc, switched to an Octane in game 2. That may have been the deciding factor. They lose game 1, they take game 2. We'll see what he comes out with in game 3.
I guess so. Maybe Tyrants were trying to do a little meme train on him, but unfortunately, they're like, oh shoot, we just lost that game. I should probably take it a little more serious. And serious they did take it, because that was a very convincing victory with a 4-0, but Bearhawk coming back out with a vengeance off of that kickoff. It's blocked away by Didia to the left side. Bearhawk gonna try to clear this one away. It's an unfortunate touch and miss from Bearhawk, but Didia couldn't find the accuracy on that one. Dante rushing this one. It looks like Pandas could be playing a little more aggressively than what they're comfortable with, and that could be the downfall of them once again in game 3.
It may very well be, but we'll have to wait and see. For now, Veni trying to get it past the defense. Ball's high in the air in the Pandas corner. Dante waiting underneath it. Dia waiting to challenge. Gets it wide left of the net. Now Bearhawk gets it stolen by Venny. A shot opportunity for Venny. Dante pops it up and bounces off the crossbar, and Dadia will finish it, giving the Tyrants an early 1-goal lead.
And Venny with the pop and fake the second hit. Dante wasn't quite trusting themselves enough there to get a strong clear, and that shaky confidence ends up getting incredibly shattered, and a goal goes in for Tyrants, but Dante will try to make up for it here as they've got the ball in the air, passing over to Dadia, who's missed the clear this time around, and Bearhawk has missed contact completely, and Dante has to race back for it. They do get back in time, but still, shots rolling in from Dadia, pass down to Venny, but Venny will circle back around in the midfield. Miss contact once again. We talked about it so much. Consistency is a problem in this league. The more of it you can have, though, the more goals you can turn out, and Bearhawk will hold their own here off the miss from Dante.
Bearhawk making up for his miss a few seconds ago, had a wide open net earlier on in this game, didn't make contact with the ball this time, has another open net, and he puts it home, redeeming himself. I'm sure can take a breather after that one.
Yeah, but Tyrants, they've got themselves a tie game. Bearhawk for the Pandas rolls this one down. Demo from the Tyrants, leaving Dante in a 1v2, but they've handled the first defender pretty well there. Tried to get the second one around the second defender, but Venny takes this one down to the side wall. Bearhawk plays it back out to the corner. Dadia, long bomb towards net. That could be on target. It's going to go high and wide. Unfortunately, Venny can't find a shot back in. Bearhawk got plenty of time and space to work with now. They try to flick it over to Dadia. They do carry it over the top. Unlucky touch, and it just goes right in off the roof of Venny.
Dadia trying to shadow here, playing defense correctly, but he's just going too fast towards his own net, so when he hits it, he doesn't get enough power to actually change the ball's course. Just unfortunate for Dadia. A nice shot there from Bearhawk, and the Pandas coming back, taking a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, my apologies. That was Dadia's roof that the ball went off of, but nonetheless, a Tyrants player and a Pandas goal. Venny playing this one up way up high and tries to get the touch over. They do. Bearhawk, it's a 1v1, and Dante doesn't capitalize on that touch, but Dadia will capitalize on that missed touch and put one in.
You know, I mentioned after game one that the Tyrants really weren't showing the passing plays, and this was a gorgeous passing play from the Tyrants. Dadia hitting it over to Venny. Venny couldn't quite get the shot, but reads it off the backboard, pops it up in the air, and Dadia just gets the gentlest of touches to tie this game at 2-2.
Well, Tyrants move down the field, trying to get it back around to the midfield, but unfortunately, Dante taking this one away. This one's out to the midfield once again. It's blocked. Dadia waiting back. Tries to get it past, but that's a great 50. It might be on target. No, Venny can't find the save, but doesn't even matter. The ball waits out in the middle of the field. Is Dadia gets a strong clear on this one to Bearhawk, playing it back in for no teammate home. Dante waits back, tries to fire a shot over. They get it past Dadia, and in. Pandas taking the lead once again.
A beautiful shot here from Dante, just reads the bounce and just sends an absolute laser to the left side of the net. Dadia, he's in good defensive position, but just such a fast shot, he couldn't get to it in time.
Well, Tyrants now find themselves trailing by one again. Bearhawk, strong kickoff, playing it around the corner. No, they miss once more. Dadia taking the ball downfield to the corner. Dante, nice touch out to the right side. Venny playing it back in towards the goal. Could read the double. They do, and it's an unlucky touch from the Pandas. The ball goes in, and we could have contention for play of the week.
What a shot from Venny. Unbelievable, reorienting his car. Bearhawk does make contact, but it isn't enough to stop that ball from going into the net. We have ourselves a game here in game 3.
For sure. If you see something you like, be sure to clip it here on Twitch and submit it in the MLE Discord server under hashtag Play of the Week. Winner will receive a case of Balls Guarana, our lovely sponsor of the highly caffeinated soda. Now returning to action, Venny gets a nice pinch off their back ball, looking to take it back downfield. It hits off the corner to Dante. Not the best of touches, but Bearhawk clears it out. Dante trying to power one through. It's not going to have the strength to go on here, but Bearhawk puts one in the middle of the brick wall. That was the Tyrants' defense, and it goes in.
An unbelievable bump here from Dante onto Didia leaves Venny in no man's land. A valiant effort trying to get it out of the net, but it just manages to squeak in there. The Pandas take a 4-3 lead, and like I said, back and forth. That's all this has been.
For sure, Bearhawk taking this one off the corner, reads it on the second touch and finds the upper 90, turns one in for a goal.
A beautiful read here from Bearhawk, just pops it into the corner, knows exactly where it's going to be, and puts it in the only spot in the net where neither defender can get to it. The Pandas now with a 2-goal lead, looking to close out Game 3 here, but we'll see if the Tyrants will let that happen.
Still enough time left on the clock. I won't call it plenty, but definitely enough to get something rolling again for the Tyrants team. Pass out to Didia. They find it down the inside pocket, and Benny turns yet another one in, and Tyrants find themselves within one.
We might see another 5 goals by the end of this game with how this has been going. 5-4, an unreal offensive game. Venny off the pass from Didia there manages to make it a 1-goal game, and the Tyrants now, they only trail 5-4. Still got a minute left to play.
Well, like I said, enough time on the clock. Dante, though, trying to put that fantasy away, but Didia gets a nice strong clear out into Bearhawk. That's unlucky. Oh no, they will destroy this dream and make it a fantasy. And man, that was a great 50.
Bearhawk, but if you're on the Tyrants, you hate to see a shot like that. Just nothing you can do. Just Bearhawk with an amazing 50 over Venny, I believe it was, and once again the Pandas lead by 2.
Just when you thought it was in reach for the Tyrants, Dante comes out and puts one in, but it could be closing in once again for the Tyrants, but no quickness will meet the speed of Bearhawk. Didia circling back around, clear out, not far enough, but Venny has opened things up with a nice little demo. It's just a matter of if Tyrants are going to be able to use their mechanics to get it around. Unfortunately, that's another great 50 to Dante, his name. But Didia finding themselves on the corner. Going to need a very strong clear here. Not going to find it. Bearhawk tries to power through one. Almost got it through. 10 seconds left to go. Didia going to need a miracle here. It's passed down to Venny. They're going to need a strong redirect. Not going to find anything. That's a game to the Pandas. And the ball will hit the floor. That's 2-1 in the series. We're heading to Game 4.
Another beauty of a game. Just like Game 1, back and forth all the way to the end. The Pandas coming out on top in this one. It'll be interesting to see. Last time the Tyrants lost a game, they came out the next game and absolutely dominated. So we'll have to see in Game 4 if the Tyrants can do something similar.
Yeah, 7 shots from the Tyrants, 4 of them going in. Not a bad shooting percentage overall, but 6 out of 9 for the Pandas. That's pretty darn good, I will say. And I mean, 6 beats 4, so man, Pandas, I was not expecting that, but they will once again find themselves in the lead for the series. We'll see if they're able to take it home.
And like I said, the Tyrants coming into this game, on paper, they are the favorites. They're running a 12.5 salary and a 12 salary versus the Pandas bringing out an 11 salary, a 10 and a 10.5. So the Panda, the Tyrants may be favored on paper, but the Pandas are proving it doesn't matter what happens on paper. It matters what happens on the field, and they have taken a 2-1 series lead.
And it's a very good point as well, because Tyrants, you have a higher salary. Pandas, you have a lower salary, and sometimes lower level players can be the kryptonite of higher level players. It's just like, I can't compete. What is this? I don't understand how they're doing this and it's working, but that's where the importance of adaptability comes into play. If the Tyrants are able to find ways around the Pandas, notice some patterns in the way that they're playing, they're going to be able to pull out with another victory and send us to a Game 5 decider. I
hope that will happen. Right now, we see Dante with a wide open shot on net. What just... I didn't even have time.
You tapped out.
I hit spectate, and the first thing I see is Dante shooting on a wide open net. The Pandas take a 1-0 lead in the first 5 seconds of the game.
Well, all right, a shocker to start things off. Pandas once again coming out strong with a lower level roster, but Didia with a nice little kickoff to start us off in the second round. of goal scoring. Benny hunting for demos on the way back. Nobody found, but Dante will find Dadia, make the Tyrants pay. It's like, hey, you ain't gonna take out my buddy. I'm gonna take out you first.
A little bit of revenge there from the Pandas. An unfortunate touch from Bearhawk, but what a save from Dante, staying calm and calculated in the pass over to Bearhawk. It's a little high. Bearhawk looking to challenge this off the wall, but it goes to Dadia. 2-on-1 situation, but Dante clears it away off the ceiling. A demo coming from Bearhawk onto Venny, and now Dante trying to put a shot on net and misses wide to the right. Venny carrying this over to the Pandas half, denied by Bearhawk. Now Dadia rolling it up the left side wall, pops out a bit. A block there by Dante. Now here comes Venny, a miss here. Bearhawk with a nice clear and a breakaway opportunity for the Pandas potentially. Bearhawk looking to hit this in the air, but is denied by Dadia. And here comes Dante now.
Dante. In it to the side wall here, off the touch from Dadia, back to Bearhawk. It's a little crafty of a back pass by the Pandas. But Bearhawk looking to get a little air dribble on the way down from the heavens. But Dante playing this one back up to Venny, try to get the ceiling shot, but it's gonna go past Bear. It's a shot for Venny, who made up for it. It's a pass from themselves off the ceiling.
An unfortunate miss here from Bearhawk. Just tried to get a gentle touch and carry it into the corner, and was a little too gentle with it. Venny there to capitalize on the mistake and tie this game at 1 apiece.
Well, just like that, we've got ourselves a tie game. Bearhawk gonna meet Dadia on this one. Actually beat Dadia as Venny plays one back to this high up off the backboard. Venny gonna play it out to Bearhawk, who pops this one up high, looking for a demo. Might be a little too early. Dadia jumps for that one and avoids it. Dante playing it back to the Tyrants. Leaving this one for Dadia was Venny. Bearhawk thought about getting a little bit in there, but they were too aggressive. Dadia destroys Dante. Shot rolling in, deflected by Bearhawk. I think Pandas, based on the game's storyline, being down a goal and being on the verge of losing the series, like we talked about in game number 2, tilt factor could be setting in, and that could cause them to play a little more aggressively and worse than what they should be playing. They can't play too fast, because if you play too fast, you lose control. You go off the rails.
And tilt is always a factor, but it's especially going to be a factor in games like this, where not only is it a close game tied at 1-1, but for the Pandas, you're looking to close out the series before the Tyrants can even it up again. And if you're the Tyrants, you're trying to force a Game 5 decider. That goal there from Venny will certainly help out in that regard.
Well, for sure, Venny pops it up high, gets it over. Bearhawk was just, I believe, under Dante's demo a little too late there, but Tyrants find themselves in the lead by only 1 goal. Like I said, enough time on the clock again for Pandas to try to make up for it and not go out in the series here. It's a strong shot. It's going to find the... It somehow found the net off the post.
I need to see this on the replay. Bearhawk put a shot on net. I was sure this was going wide right. It was, yeah, Venny. That's an incredible shot. It may have been an own goal, but Venny hitting that off the back wall somehow sends it into his own net. A disaster here for the Tyrants, and the Pandas have tied the game.
I can't even believe it. It's like dumb play after dumb play. Turbo Pulsa, is that you, Venny, with the luckiest flick on the way out of the flip, just finds one in the back of the net off their incredible own goal. I'm done, bro. This is nuts.
Just an unbelievable pre-flip from Venny and should we just leave? I think that might be the only thing we can do here.
I can't even. Dante beats out the defender just so simply. I don't know what to do. This game has just been so back and forth so quickly. It's a tie game again. Dadia trying to make it 4-3, but Bearhawk gonna find this on a back pass to themselves. No boost to spawn there. Venny knows it too. They just got to get a flick over the top of 1, maybe 2, but Dadia's coming in. No contact made. The ball will find its way on the way to Panda's back half. Tyrants back half. Now Venny and Dadia trying to get a clear out. Didia gonna put that one up high to play it off the wall. Bearhawk waiting on the field, pops it off the lip. It's high and far for Dante to reach to, but Venny gonna have an easy save. Bearhawk gets to 50, or just a touch around the defender. Very smart placement. The placement not only important when you shoot on the net, but also important when you want to play it around a defender.
That is very, very true indeed. Now we see Bearhawk. 50 versus Venny, goes over to Dante. Didia misses. The shot's wide left. Dante gets it over Venny. A bump, but Didia manages to keep it in their corner. Unbelievable defense here from the Tyrants. Now we see Didia carrying it into the Pandas half. Gets it by both defenders. Venny with a shot opportunity sends it high. Can Didia finish it? No, he misses wide right and sends it into the corner on the Pandas half. Another shot from Didia, but Bearhawk will clear it away. And for about 30 seconds, it was all offense, and now it seems to be all defense. What a demo from Venny. Never mind. Forget what I was saying.
That's crazy again. Venny was like, nah, I don't want the ball anymore. I want you, Dante Burns, and destroys them on the goal line. Didia will find this one as well. Actually, I'm not even sure what Didia's involvement was, but we got 25 seconds. My predictions, though, are that Pandas are going to find another silly little equalizer. Somehow, in these last few moments, Bearhawk gets a clear to keep those hopes of mine alive. Pinch from Didia backwards. Hopes getting even happier now. Didia gonna have to drive this one up to the ceiling. They clear it away past Dante. Nobody home for Pandas. Those hopes and dreams could be dying of a tie game here. 3 seconds left. Popped over. It's still up. And Didia will keep it up. Bearhawk gets bumped by Dante.
What a finish to an incredible game. And the Tyrants, like we said, forced the Game 5 decider. Wasn't quite as dominant as their Game 2 showing, but once again, come back after the loss, managed to eke out the victory. We'll have to see who's going to take Game 5.
That game stressed me out, man. It was so back and forth. You know, Pandas score, then Tyrants score, and now Tyrants do force a Game 5 decider, which everybody loves to see. I am so excited to cast this. I think, no, it's not the second time we've gone to Game 5, at least in our time being here on the channel, but man, we called it from the beginning. It's going to be close, and it's Academy League. It's a toss-up, and now, again, it's kind of impossible to predict because of those little inconsistencies and mistakes that either team could capitalize on or not and just leave it out. So we'll see what team is going to make it. Honestly, I might do a coin toss to flip or figure it out.
And the Pandas, you know, they took Game 1. They got dominated in Game 2, but they came back out and took Game 3. If you're the Pandas, you just need to refocus, you know, shake it off. Still got a Game 5. Let's finish this series. If you're the Tyrants, Game 4, okay, yeah, you won the game. You still need to close it out. And the thing I mentioned, in Game 1, they had no assists. Games 2 and 3, they dominated Game 2 with assists. With Game 3, they kept it close because of assists. Game 4, they may have won. Again, 4 goals. They had no assists the entire game. So we will have to see if the passing keeps up in Game 5 or not.
And I think my big thing is the tilt factor that we've discussed throughout this series. If Pandas can't keep a clear mental desk space, it's going to be detrimental to their success. Pandas, they've got to stay clear in their heads, regroup, refresh, reset, and get back on it. Continue what you had in game number 1 and try to make something happen. Bearhawk avoids the onslaught of shots from the Tyrants, and Bearhawk will get a nice little clear out to the side. Bearhawk playing it up, thought about hunting for a demo, but knew they couldn't reach him. Very smart back off. Pandas playing a lot more safe, and it's good to see off the bump from the Tyrants, and Dante will turn one in just barely. That's good patience from the Pandas.
It is indeed. Dante just letting the play develop, sees the wide open net, and just takes the opportunity. Venny almost makes it back in time, but just can't get there. And the Pandas take an early 1-0 lead.
If Pandas are able to make these decisions and adapt in the way that they are, that's just incredible maturity showing up for them, but Venny gonna have to make them work for it off of that tie game equalizer.
He is indeed. Venny just reading the kickoff beautifully, sends a gorgeous shot, 66 miles an hour. And the Tyrants, within 4 seconds, have gone from down 1-0 to tie it up at 1-1.
Just 4 minutes and some change on the clock. Venny pops this one up to the back wall, able to bait in one challenger. They're going to carry it out. They're trying everything they can to keep this ball going with an air dribble to Dia. Cut them off, trying to get one towards the net, but unfortunately it's back in favor of Pandas as Dante gets a clear from the Dia. Looking to drop this one down. It goes out to the right side though. Benny looking to catch it and dribble it out. And they're going to take to the skies and air dribble this one, looking for a bump. No contact found on Bearhawk, but Bear, it's got a bit of a shot here. Gets it underhand in front of Dia, and that's Panda lead.
Dia, you know, he's in a good position, but he decided to pre-jump thinking the shot would be a little bit slower, and just Bearhawk sends it right underneath him, just puts it right in front of him. Dia can't do anything about it. The Pandas take a 2-1 lead. We're still very early on here in this Game 5.
Yeah, early on indeed. We're not even at halftime yet. 3 goals have been scored. Bearhawk with a nice little clear on the left side. Bounces off the corner. Rebounding will be Dante, but it's a great block from Dia to keep it alive. Benny puts it to the back wall, looking to read it on the way down and capitalize on the missed touch from the Pandas and finds an equalizer.
A beautiful clear into the back wall leaves Bearhawk in an awkward position, and Benny, the setup to himself, just puts it home, ties the game at 2-2. Once again, I mean, I feel like a broken record at this point, but it's just back and forth.
Yeah, and it looked like a ghost touch actually on the goal line, but it doesn't matter. The servers will decide your fate here. Benny with a great savage demo to keep the Pandas out for now, but Dante putting on some pressure, looking to pop it over to Dia, but it's going to 50 its way through. Venny has to be careful to not bump their teammates. Dia almost took it back around and into their own net. Bearhawk with a nice one on the inside pocket to the back wall. Bearhawk tries to dribble this one around, leaves it for Dante, who's taking it up to the corner, might think about the ceiling, but they get a bump out to Dia, but a fantastic clear from Venny to keep this one out to the back wall. Bearhawk on the back foot now, has to put this one out. Extended into midfield, they do so successfully. Dia gets a little bit of contact, but it's once again out for Bearhawk. 50s with Benny on the midline. Dia and Dante fighting for possession. Dia playing it to the wall, looking to take it up. They're little low on boost though, in fact dry now at this point. Benny has to make up for this one, but a weak touch allows Pandas to try to take it out. Dante will carry it out now for themselves. Take it out to midfield. It's 50 by Dia. Pandas are trying everything they can to keep offense going. They finally got some going here, but Tyrants have always been so strong on clears. I almost spoke a little too soon and at the same time late, but Pandas looking to get the doomsday dish was Bearhawk, but nobody found. Benny has a strong clear downfield. Bearhawk is lucky enough to have that one go wide left.
Oh my goodness, almost an amazing shot there from Bearhawk, just misses off the right post. But now the Pandas still looking to take the lead in this game. Venny possibly sending it towards his own net, manages to get it into his own corner. Now here comes Dia, gonna roll it up the wall. He has no boost to work with, just tries to pop it out toward the middle. A Bearhawk trying to catch it off the touch from Dia. Inadvertently sends it into his own net and gives the Tyrants a 3-2 lead in the worst time possible.
Not a lot left to say after that one. That was pretty much the exact wording that I would have used to describe that one, and I'll add one to it. Tragic. Because Tyrants now find themselves in a lucky lead off the unlucky own goal from Pandas. Benny looking to make it a 2-goal lead, but it's blocked away by Dante. It's really unfortunate to see here in Game 5, and like we talked about, tilt factor is huge, and Pandas show a lot more of it in the way that they play, and that scares me.
It definitely is. The tilt factor is going to be a very huge factor here, but another factor is the Tyrants. They can't get complacent. I wouldn't call that getting complacent, but Bearhawk with a beautiful shot off the touch from Dia just beats Venny to the ball, and it ties the game with 52 seconds left.
I like to think of aerials on a 3-way axes. It's speed, height, and distance, and Venny had a bit too much speed on that one, giving themselves too much distance to the ball. They overshot it, and missed the touch entirely. Dadia gonna make the same mistake. Dante with an open net scores it in, and just like that, Pandas have overcome tilt and put that one in.
Dante just sees the ball slowly drifting toward the Tyrants half, puts it in net. Within 30 seconds, the Pandas have gone from they just let off an own goal to give the Tyrants the lead to now they lead 4-3 with under 40 seconds to play.
I'm just going to go ahead and rule out tilt factor because Pandas are not showing it anymore. Or maybe they're getting lucky. I couldn't tell you, at least from a first glance. Going to have to take that to the replay reviews. But 20 seconds, or 25 seconds left to go, now 20, as Bearhawk tries to put this one out and secure game number 5. They're rolling it around, but they mistouched. Dadia almost faked out by Dante's miss. But Benny has a little bit of time to work with. Shut down by Dante. 10 seconds to go. Tyrants don't want to lose here. That'd be heartbreaking. There's the dagger from Bearhawk and the demo from Benny, but it's too little too late.
Potentially the nail in the coffin for the Tyrants. Bearhawk just sees the wide open net. Dadia tried to pre-flip to get it, but Bearhawk sends it over him. Gives the Pandas a 5-3 lead, and barring a miracle here from the Tyrants, I believe the Pandas have taken this series.
I believe so. 3 seconds ticking away. No clear from Tyrants. That's 0 seconds. They want to kill it. They want to get out of here. That is an unfortunate way to go out, but what a showing from both teams. You took it to a game 5. That's something to be proud of. At least you got 2 games. You didn't end up in a 5-0 sweep, but man, that was quite a series, and I'm glad I was here for it.
An unbelievable series from both teams. You know, I don't think you can really be too upset, even if you're the Tyrants. They played some beautiful Rocket League, but for the Pandas, coming in, they have the lower record. They're playing 2 players with the lower salaries to come in and win this series 3-2. That's got to be a good feeling.
Absolutely. There's just being an underdog like that, that's always a good feeling, and it's a good one to sleep on as well, as that's what we're all about to do. Now that concludes our action here on MLE Esports GG number 2. This has been Minor League Esports presented by APM Music. I'm Grant CFO, and this is DV, and we hope to see you again shortly.